Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers.
And I'm the Captain.
And we're here to tell you about some awesome guitars from Fender Corp.
Yeah, about a month ago, Rob and I did a video where we just picked a bunch of super expensive Gibson guitars from the store and just came and jammed on them and told you a little bit about them. So I thought this time round we'd do the same with Fender.
Yes.
So I've just picked, we have an amazing selection of Fender guitars and Andertons, right from Squire through to Custom Shop. So I've just picked out some of the guitars that I thought looked pretty this morning. You can probably see them around us. There's a little array of guitars, and we'll tell you a bit about them as we pick each one up. So for this first jam, I've just picked a couple of guitars that are sort of vintage looking Fender guitars. So these are guitars that you can buy out of the Fender Custom Shop Time Machine catalogue, but I've actually added some upgrades to these, so you can't buy these out the catalogue. So basically I have a 60 Strat in 3-tone sunburst, but with an ash body and a bird's eye maple neck with a rosewood board. And Rob has a 57 Strat, again with an ash body and again with a bird's eye maple neck. And we'll do some close-ups of the bird's eye.
So you spec'd these yourself?
Yeah, anybody can do that in the custom shop. So I just took a sort of a standard model. This would have been an older bodied Strat with just a plain maple neck, and just said, look, can I have a lightweight ash body with a bird's eye maple neck? Same for that one. So some of the other features are sort of correct in terms of, you know, the single ply or the 3-ply scratch plate. The pickups were correct for the time period. The parts are correct. So it's really just, I'm just trying to make it a prettier guitar. So for our kind of first jam, we're just going to mess around with these here. Rob's using a Marshall DSL 40, the new one. I've got my trusty...
it's a bit squeaky on your jeans because it's so lovely.
That'll be the nitrocellulose finish.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Actually, is the neck on yours kind of slightly more V-shaped?
It's slightly more V-shaped, slightly thicker, but it's super, super nice to play this guitar.
So that'll be a kind of a correct kind of feature for that time period.
It's not big at all, though.
No.
Lovely rolled edges on the fretboard, just feels like a velvety dream in my hand.
Skinny frets. You know, skinny frets, which would again be correct for that kind of period. So I've got my little Fender Blues Junior and a little Baby Blues pedal here for my gain sound. And we don't know what we're going to jam, so we're going to
do something in D, aren't we?
Oh,
we're going to do...
Got a couple of Telecasters here now, both custom shop Telecasters, and this is kind of like the start and the finish. Well, not the finish, but kind of like where we are now. So a little bit like the two Strats that we talked about. This is essentially a 51 Nocaster that I've kind of upgraded again. So we've gone for a lightweight ash body and a beautiful AAA bird's eye maple neck. Other than that, the spec is basically a 51 Nocaster. So you know what Rob was playing there, or is about to play, depending on which way Dan edits this, is essentially kind of where it all started, or pretty much where it all started for Fender. What I've got is the 2012 Custom Shop Custom Deluxe. So it's kind of Fender saying, well, what have we learnt along the way? What can we do? You know, got a slightly different neck here and a different neck profile and different pickups and different hardware and stuff. And I guess, to be honest with you, that's the beauty of guitars. Some people would go, don't change anything. Other people would go, loving all the changes.
Yeah.
And of course there's 60 years of everything in between as well.
This is mostly ergonomic changes, things that fit to the body better. So this hasn't got any rough edges to touch you, and underneath the side you've got a better access neck joints and that kind of thing. So it's more about making it easier to play, you know.
So these are pretty. I mean, over Rob's shoulder there you can see we've got a Custom Shop Deluxe custom deluxe Strat as well in the same colour as this one. So that's kind of pretty as well. But there you go. Hope you liked our little Telecaster Jam, or are about to like our little Telecaster Jam. Let's try some more. So the last couple of Strats that we've got here, I just thought we'd grab a couple of artist guitars to kind of a bit of a play-off here between a couple of my favourite guitarists and biggest Fender kind of dudes ever. The Dave Gilmour. This was a Strat that I guess Fender launched as a signature series about 4 or 5 years ago. And it's designed, it's a tribute to the guitar that he was playing around about the kind of Wish You Were Here, Dark Side of the Moon kind of era. It's a classic old vintage Strat with a few mods.
Well, the most startling thing about playing it is that it's got a really, really great action on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a good job from Pablo over there. Hi, Pablo. But it's just, I mean, it's whisper low action. I mean, it really is, and it's so easy to play.
Show us on the clean sound of the amp just what that little micro switch, or just throw the tremolo arm on the floor. That's fine.
Yeah, honestly, I'll leave it down there. So we've got a little micro switch down here, which is nice and easy, located by the thumb when you're playing with your volume knob as well. And what it does is it adds in the neck pickup to the first 3 positions. So here's just your trebly bitey sound, but if I add in this switch, the cameraman's flinching when I do that for him. And the same thing here in in-between setting.
3 pickups now, isn't it?
Yes, but it is if I do it here, yeah.
Yeah. So the main one is obviously...
Well, it's very useful down here when,
yeah.
when you got that screaming kind of trebly sound and you want to fatten it up a bit, you know.
And for some reason, David Gilmour rather, likes this little short tremolo arm. So it's kind of like about half the length of a normal tremolo arm, isn't it?
I don't get that. I just don't get it at all. I don't know why...
Hank Marvin did the same.
Did he really?
Yeah, he had a short tremolo arm. I think, to be honest with you, when you think of people like Gilmour and Hank Marvin, where they play with a lot of tremolo all the time, I wonder if it's just almost kind of easier. If you're just going to play with the tremolo arm in your hand all the time, whether it's easier just to have a short...
You think you can palm it and it just makes it an easier... Should we have a little go and see?
Yeah, have a little go. It might be easier just to unplug the lead, wouldn't it?
Yeah. This might be more fun for the viewers back on YouTube, though.
I should tell you while Rob's doing that this guitar can be bought in 2 finishes. The one we've got here is called New Old Stock, so it's like a mint version. Or if you want one that's beaten up, but beaten up kind of accurately, if you like, to how Dave Gilmour's guitar is actually beaten up, you can get what's called a relic version. And interestingly, because this guitar is a refinished guitar, was originally on Dave Gilmour's one, anyway, it was originally Sunburst that he had refinished in black. On the relic, where they've beaten it up, you can see the Sunburst colour where the kind of black has worn away, which is kind of cool. So yeah, is it easy with the tremolo, do you think?
I think if you're picking here, it sits in the palm. So. I think it's obviously a personal preference thing because I find that harder. There's less of it.
You could just put a regular trem arm in there if you wanted.
That's a very, very good point.
It's got some slightly different pickups on here and stuff like that. But if you want the detailed spec, go and visit the Andertons website and it'll tell you all about it. The guitar I have is my favourite of all the kind of artist guitars that they do, which is the Clapton, the Eric Clapton one. This actually, his signature guitar can be bought anything from the regular sort of Fender factory version right up to the custom shop version. And what I really, really like about his guitar is the mid-boost circuit in here. So for the section where we jam, I'm not using a distortion pedal at all. I'm just turning this mid-boost circuit up to drive the clean channel. Yeah.
It was also incredibly loud, isn't it? It's much louder than my Strat.
This is hang on. This is without classic Strat sound. This is with.
As they say up north, hench.
Yeah, and it's if you get the right setting on your amplifier, it's completely Clapton-esque. And then we've got the sort of the reason I've got no trem arm is because the Clapton trem is always blocked off. And then on the latest Clapton Strats, you've got the noiseless pickups as well. So satin finish neck, really, really nice. Love this guitar. Again, I've got one in what's called Mercedes Blue, which is kind of nice. But if you want to stay hardcore Clapton, you just get the black one, and then it's like his old Blackie Strat. So that's been our little jam. I don't know what the value of these guitars is. It's got to be somewhere between.
Well, I was going to ask if we managed to beat the Gibson title.
Oh no, we didn't beat the Gibson title. No, there's very, very little. There's lots and lots of choice in the Gibson range if you've got 4,000 quid to burn. In the Fender range, you need about £2,000 to burn to be able to afford pretty much any of the guitars that we've been playing today. So if we had 6 guitars at 2,000, it's about 12,000. So it's still a lot. Still a pretty penny. Money. Well, look, I mean, you guys check out the Andertons website, see what we've got in stock, and if there's anything that you think, wow, that would be cool, I'd like to see that, then let us know, and we'll do our best to do that. So for now, I've been the Captain.
I've been Chappers.
See you later.